Hey, you're listening to Financial Survival, sponsored by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. What is the date today, Bob? Today is the 1st of June, 2009. And again, thank you for joining us. I'm Melody Cedarstrom. You're listening to Financial Survival. This program is brought to you by Discount Gold and Silver Trading, 1-800-375-4188. That's 1-800-375-4188. And again, thank you for joining us today. For all your gold and silver coin needs, give us a call on our 800 number. Visit our website at discountgoldandsilvertrading.net, discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. And, of course, questions, emails, discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com, discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. I have lots of questions, but we can always need more, and we'll just bring them over to the next day. And that's discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. Gold today, let me get back to that screen. I should have it up, but Bob and I were talking, and he distracted me. Let's see, where's my screen here?
You got to blame someone.
Let's do. Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Being a girl? Gold. Down 530 at 975. We got silver down 22 at 1561. Platinum's up 21 at 1219, and we have palladium up 5 at 245. And a wild day in the markets, a lot of changes. And I guess, Bob, they just desensitized the whole market in regards to the bankruptcy, GM, at least for today. And anyway, we're listening to Robert Chapman of the International Forecaster. Good afternoon, Bob.
Good afternoon. Unusual day. Oil was up 198 at 68.29. It's being used as a place to hide out. The euro was up all day, ended up even. Pound was up 2.0245, which is like 2.5 pennies. And interest rates were generally higher and strongly so during the day. The market looks like it ended up on the upside 221 points, which is ridiculous, but that's what our government did. And I was looking at the chart from Friday and how J.P. Morgan Chase came in and ran the market up at the close. I mean, it's proof positive the whole thing's being rigged. The 10-year was 367. That's the yield, and the 2-year was 0.95. They're both up in the day, but that 367, we were looking at a 370 earlier. The outside month in gold is off 440, and silver's off 3 pennies. They're both lower than the prices that, I mean, the negative side is less than what Melody just told you. And this morning, gold was up 890 at 3:30 a.m. And about 15 minutes before the COMEX opened this morning, they come in and pounded it, knocked it down to a +4 when it opened, and they opened it at about even. And after 2 hours of infighting, it was off 320. And so the United States government, the Working Group in Financial Markets, peppered gold and silver all day. In fact, the early silver price was up 35 cents at $15.96, and that was at 3:30 this morning. And in fact, there wasn't a minus sign on anything at that level. And you'll see this when you get your international forecaster on Wednesday, because I put all these numbers in there. Anyway, the stock market was up because everything's going to be just terrific, and all that bad stuff's going to go away, and everything is a success. And of course, that's unadulterated garbage. And it gets so bad on CNBC, they ought to be taken on as an appendage of the Wall Street banking groups. It's really, the misreporting and the lying is just getting worse and worse and worse. And they should really be ashamed of themselves. And I know some of them personally, like Bill Keane and Sue Herrera, who have been around with FNN for a long time before CNBC. And I can't believe what they'll do to keep their jobs. It's just really disgusting because they know it's all lies. I mean, they know what's going down. I mean, I know them. And on Sana, when he was there, the same thing. And now he's running a hedge fund. And it's money, money, money. They don't care about the truth. Be as it may. That's the way things look today. I thought that gold had a terrific day. I figured if it was off $4 or $5, that was nothing. And had it been even or higher, well, that would have been very good. I'll have the stocks at the middle of the broadcast. But long story short, they were off fractions earlier. I don't know how they ended up. But, you know, like I saw Agnico, I think it was off 40 cents or something. No big deal. And some of them are, and some of them are off a fraction, so it was kind of a mixed day. And so that's all we get on that. Now let's get into these questions because we get piles of them. Incidentally,
just one comment, Bob. Didn't they release information today that they brought up the IMF gold again today? That Congress is going to pass that today, and
they're going to pass it next week.
Was it next week? I thought it was this week.
Whatever. But they're going to do it. They own Congress. We don't have any representation. We don't have any constituent government. The people in Washington do not represent the American people. A small percentage do, but that's it. They're all bought and paid for, and that's the end of it. And if we can't get Ron Paul's 1207 passed to investigate the Fed, and if we can't get trade legislation, the government in the United States of America will probably be overthrown. Because that's where it's all going to head. It's going into the streets if they don't allow those things to be passed. Because there's no other avenue for the American people to go to. I mean, they have no representation. There's going to be massive unemployment. This stuff that they're talking about, a stimulus package and all this money they're pouring in, all they're doing is consolidating banking and industry into a few hands of Illuminati people. That's what's going on. And they created this whole thing. I mean, I did 2 programs this morning on Fox. I did one on ABC. And every host I talk to knows all about what I'm talking about, but they won't talk about it. It's okay for me to do it, but if they do it, they'll lose their job. And they figure, well, enough people aren't going to hear them, so who cares? And they're all inviting me back. I don't know what the networks are going to do. They might cancel me out. I don't know. But all I do is tell the truth. And so anyway, that's what I've been doing, and that's where that's going. Okay, here we go. Of course, General Motors went bankrupt, and that's no big thing, and they're going to chop it up, and the insiders are going to make out like bandits, which are the private equity groups. They're going to be in there big. And the private equity groups are the ones that are going to buy the small and medium-sized banks. Evidently, they've been allocated to them. And, of course, you stop and say to yourself, well, if they can bail out 19 banks that represent 75% of deposits of the American public, why can't they bail out other smaller banks? And the answer is because they want to steal them. That's why. It's pretty simple. And we wrote about this long ago and told you exactly what was going to happen. This is for Queen Melody. Yes, that's her. What is the maximum temperature under which you can safely store mint state graded numismatic coins?
That's a good question.
The safest place in my house to hide coins is in an upstairs crawl space. I mean, I'm not making this up. It's true. However, it gets hot in the summer, about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Would this cause damage to the coins? Perhaps the heat would cause the PCGS plastic clamshell to outgas vapors, which may fog the coin surface. What do you think, babe?
I don't think 100 degrees is going to do much.
I don't think 130 would do it.
No. I mean, if your house burns down, yeah, your plastic's going to melt. You'll still have your gold, but, you know. But I wouldn't worry about the plastic melting at 100 degrees.
Okay, here we go, number 2. Oh, Diva. Oh, that's nice. Oh, Diva.
Hey, Bob, I got to get some credibility here. These names, I'll tell you, Queen, Diva, boy, I don't know.
Oh, you know what they call me in this letter? This is from Brian. Oh, senior wise one. Thank you, Brian. Okay, we have an amazing coin store here where I live. And,
oh, I got that one, too.
Oh, you did? Well, why don't you answer that? Go ahead.
Well, I don't have it in front of me, and the listeners don't know.
Well, he goes into a bunch of things about what he's got, and which is a bunch of coins. And